That's the moment President Tinubu laid the budget for 2024 before a joint session of the National Assembly. It's the president's maiden visit to the National Assembly, and it is his first budget presentation since he assumed office in May. What the president dropped before the lawmakers is a hefty budget of 27.5 trillion naira, almost 4 trillion higher than that of last year.
An aggregate expenditure of 27.5 trillion naira is proposed for the federal government in 2024, of which the non-debt recurrent expenditure is 9.92 trillion naira.
President Bola Tinubu christens it as budget of renewed hope. It is the expenditure and revenue framework he and his economic managers hope to revitalize critical sectors of the Nigerian economy, especially electricity and clean energy.
A critical focus of this budget and the medium-term expenditure framework is Nigeria's commitment to greener future, emphasizing public-private partnership. We have strategically made provision to leverage private capital for big-ticket infrastructure projects in energy.
Tinubu throws his arms wide open to doing business with the private sector, especially in the area of infrastructure, reassuring them of overhauling internal security to create friendly business environment. The president will, however, bank on a number of parameters.
We have adopted a conservative oil price benchmark of $77.96 per barrel and daily oil production estimate of 1.78 million barrels per day. We have also adopted a naira to US dollar exchange rate of 7.50 per US dollar for 2024.
He will also be banking on borrowing 7.8 trillion naira from external sources to finance a budget still high on deficit of 9 trillion naira, even though the deficit dropped from 13 trillion from last year's budget. A deeper look into the budget presented shows that debt service stands at 8.2 trillion naira, even as Tinubu plans to spend 8.7 trillion naira on capital expenditure, a move applauded by many. Tinubu will be hoping to keep Nigeria's growth rate at 3.7% in the face of biting inflation, which currently stands at 27%. But with this budget, the president plans to force inflation down to 21%. Responding, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, said the National Assembly will work closely with the executive to achieve the renewed hope agenda, even as he said there is a need to unbundle some government agencies.
Both chambers believe that we need to encourage the executive arm to unbundle some of the agencies in Nigeria for effectiveness, and even to merge some of them for government to reduce the weight of expenditure.
Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, said the National Assembly will thoroughly scrutinize the budget and that they won't mind working day and night to have it passed on time.
The House has already commenced interface with NDAs through the sectoral debates to understand the challenges facing government agencies and identify areas for legislative interventions.
30 years after President Bola Tinubu returns to the National Assembly, where he once served as a senator between 1992 and 1993. But this time he returns as the president and with a budget in his hands. It is a budget he hopes to set Nigeria truly on the path of economic growth. Omo Bazwaye, Arise News.